Okay, guys, you wouldn't believe me if I showed you. I have a video. I skipped Valentine's Day, spent it with my wife. I. Crap. First, welcome back to This Is Raw series where I post a daily vlog, and it has went horrifically wrong. Okay, so because I skipped the other day, please watch the past video. I shamed myself by basically giving out an important personal part of my past life as a teenager. Go watch it. It's pretty raw. It doesn't matter. Um, so what happened was the last video I posted was getting into my idea. It was either me talk about that or something dumb. I came up with a cool idea, recorded the whole thing in slow-mo because I'm recording this on my phone. Now, I tried different ways. I just dropped the whole thing and just decided not to post. Valentine's Day I took off. So now I'm behind 2 days on something I was just supposed to do 7 days in a row. How hard is that? How hard is that? Well, working kids and life and stupid made up holidays fuck everything up. Okay. Anyway, my name's Nick. Welcome to the show. I'm going to redo my app because it's been bugging me that I have been working on this and I came up with the idea and the concept. So the initial idea for this whole thing is to start figuring out some type of service or product that I can do that would potentially, I want to start making $4,000 a month. That is my goal to be doing by the end of the year. Will I get there? Who knows? But I'm going to try a bunch of ideas just to get some type of repetition or just some standards and foundation in place. So when I come up with a good product or a good idea that I try to execute on, stuff like marketing, email funnels, landing page, all this stuff is already ready to go. And I have ideas that are already built upon something where I can just plug in the idea or whatever it is and then execute off it. That's my whole goal to set up this first couple. So I came up with two ideas. The first one is probably the one that I'm going to wind up going with. It's basically, it's not going to be ChatGPT. I'm going to use an open source model, but it's basically using ChatGPT to read comments off of another browser window and execute what the comment is suggesting to do. This is for coding interview prep. So I'm a developer. So basically in my line of work, I've done countless interviews. I've interviewed people, but the main thing is it's all scattered, right? You can have some that are basically just experience-based. You can have some where they don't care about your experience. They just want to know you can code. Depends on your tier. Depends on what type of company you're working at. I've had all types. But if you get in the one where it's more like a pair programming, what they'll do is they'll make you share your screen, and then the interviewer will basically ask you to design some type of function or functionality based off of whatever he makes up in his head. It's sometimes it's pretty consistent. Sometimes it's like, whoa, where'd that come from? Either way, it is daunting. It is scary enough to have an interviewer that you just met and basically has no interaction with you, no personality. It's just designed this thing. But it also can be a little much to remember even what they're saying when they're talking to you. And one of the best practices I've learned from this is to basically write comments out per what he's trying to say. So if he's like, step one, write a function named say something, and then have it take in, a user and a, whatever, X parameter, whatever. As you're going through this, though, you should be writing comments out of what he's saying so you can break it down into steps where you're like, all right, I need to write a function. This function needs a name and an age. This function needs to return this if this condition's met. As you write these functions out, I'm going to write a program that is hanging out in another window, kind of like a cheat sheet. So when you write a comment on the main window, it picks up that comment and executes on that comment. So if you say, write a function that's called say something that returns a string that says hi, when you call it, it's already executing some type of format of that code. The reason why I'm trying to build this is it's good prep where you could have a window off to the side of your screen and you're doing interview prep, writing these comments out. It'll get you better understanding of listening, making sure you're writing the function right, and you can check yourself to see if the function's coming out. And two, it's a good reminder where you can look off to the side of the screen and basically cheat during an interview. I know, but during the interview prep, and have this function already showing some type of, design concept for you, so you're not just stuck in the wind. I don't know how many times I've, just went into stutter step, either because half of us are working, taking an interview on lunch, and thinking about something way different, either a UI problem or whatever you do, and then they ask you something way off the wall that's not even part of your workload or something you do ever. You write React code, for instance. I don't even know who's watching this, but you could write a certain language, and they don't even want you to write in that language. So, which has happened a few times, trust me. So that's my first app concept that I'm going to build on. The basic concept is 2 windows. One is where you write the comment, and then the second browser window is going to be listening to that comment and then writing out the solution for you. So it's just for interview prep. I'm going to sell it as that. As I'm even thinking about it, I know people could cheat and stuff. It's just an idea. It's just good for interview prep. It can help you figure out how to break down a question, and you can check with yourself. Or who gives a fuck? You can use it to cheat, because who gives a shit? Because those interviews should be based on experience, and I think the best people you hire are people that can ramble off answers or good experience in a conversation. I think those are the best hires. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Anybody who can just code, that's not always who you want. You want someone that can break down a solution for you and talk to you like a 5-year-old. There's different things for whatever. I get all that too, but I think conversation's better, because you want to know who you're working with. If you want someone that's always heads down in my industry, and that just can type shit out and talk about it after or however they think they do it, that's fine. But I think having a conversation with someone and making sure it's a good hang, and sometimes you can press on how much they know versus just somebody writing a button. And I'm introvert, so I know a ton of times I freeze up. It sucks, and I've been in this game for years, and I guarantee you, especially not interviewing in a while, if you go into an interview, you're gonna have the jitters from that. And I just think this would be a good program. So that's number one, and we're gonna start off. I think it'll be a fun series too. I'm not gonna code the thing, but I am gonna go over what I'm working on. So it's not just gonna be the app per se. It's gonna be building the email templates, building out the marketing scheme, how I'm going to execute on social media. I like this site called Indie Hackers. I'm going to try to integrate some milestones with that site, if you've never heard of it, indiehackers.com. I think it's invite only, but I can't imagine it's that hard. But there's tons of good people on there that, A, they just cheer you on, but 2, if it's a good idea, you'll hear about it. Or if they can add a tag to it and, make it better, so be it. Plus, it has a thing where it holds accountability on there if you want it to. It had a ton of great ideas, so it's something I followed for a while. What else? I'm talking way too fast. I'm so pissed. If you would know how excited I was to tell you this idea the first time, and it's all in slow motion, I'm pissed. Still haven't got my little studio space set up. I got the stuff I need to. Whatever. Life happens. That's what I can say. Do not beat yourself up if you didn't get something done you promised to do. I've skipped 2 days of a 7-day experiment of just to post a 10-minute video. 10 minutes of my day. And screw editing or anything. I couldn't even record the damn thing right. Oh, man. Anyway. App 2. These are all app ideas because it's the stupidest thing I know what to do. I just need to get my brain working again. That's what it is. So the second idea is, so how there is a lot of hype around Christmas. If it's not toys, it's something that's, I don't know, winter based. And I could be far off, whatever. But the concept is there's a lot of stuff that's out of season during Christmas that I never hear of. Events, vacation, stuff it's almost like, because you don't get the immediate gratification, you don't really hear about those types of gifts to people, because you have to wait till the summer for a water park pass, or certain concerts that happen definitely during the summer run. So my idea for that was just to have a nice basic like, I don't know if you've heard of Slick Deals, but something like Slick Deals, which is an app that just shows you all the best deals that are going on at the time. But this would be, delayed gratification deals. I don't know the name for it. But it'd basically be all the events and gifts and stuff that you don't immediately want to give during the Christmas or the holiday season because they're not usable until 6 months down the road or whatever. You can't use them unless you live in a certain state. Gifts like that, certain state, that was dumb. But if you live in warmer weather or colder weather or whatever, one of those things where they're not always popping up, and maybe people don't think to even buy tickets 6 months down the line or plan that far along. And I think that's because we want these numbers to be so quick, they might not be as effective for corporations and stuff. So I was thinking about building a website that gave these ideas and these events and these gifts that aren't so critiqued around the winter months or the holiday season, but you could still plan a concert that's happening in July, and they are good gifts. And you could get gifts that are swimming trunks, for instance, or something stupid like that, but they're totally meant to shift your mind out of whatever you're supposed to buy on Christmas into all this other stuff that's probably on sale and way cheaper for the consumer or whoever to buy because they're out of season. So that was the whole goal on that. Just basically be like a Slick Deals app, just something that people could post. The basic idea is to generate post comments on stuff and have like a voting system where if it makes it out of the forum where people vote on it enough, it makes it to a front page. And the main idea behind it is stuff that you normally wouldn't see during Christmas. That's still a great gift. I like that one because I feel like it'd be easier to target companies to be okay with posting on that. I don't know what my main thing is, but I know with the first one it's very one-to-one for the whoever the customer is that buys it. It's for interview prep, so I'm going towards one person, or education systems, for instance, where maybe that could help. But I know that audience, but the other audience is more, I feel like, B2B, where it'd be businesses excited to cross-post on this app because it would be, basically, they know they're not making money during that holiday because their product isn't made for Christmas or in any way. So to have a place to just kind of ditch it and pay for the privilege, or have some type of click-through rate for the privilege to have the audience that that app would garnish from people being interested in not looking at the same clusterfuck of items every holiday. I don't know. Am I the only one that feels like it's the same 5 gifts or the same 2 gifts or whatever? And then you think, like, why don't I ever see cool trips for the summer? Especially the amount of money we spend on Christmas for, ultimate, for my kids, for instance. It's like, you can plan a holiday, but these kids want gifts now. They want toys, they want clothes, they want this. And it's like, there's nothing really designed to be like, hey, scratch that, show the kids that, in a few months they could go to, I don't know, wherever. That's stupid. I'm thinking about my family. But either way, those are my 2 ideas. I'm going to get up real quick and check the time. 13 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. Anyway, sorry to mess up the past 2 days. I will keep going until I get 7 days in a row. That is my new goal. And then I'm going to start getting into, more spread out but longer course videos that go into the concepts that I just told you. And I'm going to start executing on them in first it's going to be a really slow grind, but I feel like I'm going to talk with you guys just about certain stuff, just to, open up my thoughts. It's not just going to be, this is how you create this, or it's going to be the more of the why and what's been going on in my life, and, hopefully getting to a bigger idea and a way to generate the income, and, have something to hold me accountable. That's it. So, thank the 0 followers. And thanks for subscribing. Like and subscribe. Notifications, guys. Let's do it. Come on. I'm asking for a little bit. Share this. Call your family, your grandma. Put her on. Tell her this is great stuff. We do crochet. I'm joking. All right. Thanks, guys.